Hola, miracles. So today I wanted to take a few minutes and talk with you all about planning, because we are headed into that time of the year when everyone is getting their new calendars and their new planners, and they're creating their schedules. And if you're anything like me, you have like 3 different calendars, because there's your calendar, your work calendar, your kids' calendar, and the vibe is very much one of planning. Of course, the sun is in Virgo, which just increases that energy and increases that feeling and that desire to get organized. And many of you know that my Venus is in Virgo, so I love this time of year, and I love the entire process of planning and creating schedules and creating to-do lists. I love all of that. And what I have noticed is that for many of us, planning is no longer this enjoyable, fun thing to do. It actually is bringing up some ambivalence, and it brings up pain for some of us. And I think that that's something that we need to address. So as I've been talking to people about planning this year, I've seen these feelings crop up more and more. And I think what's going on is pretty simple. So as we all know, the past 2 years brought us a reminder, a very stark reminder that there are external events that are so big that we can never appropriately plan for them. Things like COVID. How do you plan for something like COVID? Or geopolitical disturbances like the war in Ukraine? Like, where do you put that on your schedule, right? That's, I think, the wound that's underlying the pain that some of us feel around the process of planning right now. Or sort of just not even necessarily pain, but just this like, what's the point of it all? Like, why are we even doing this? Why bother with this? Does it even matter, right? So the short answer is that you can't plan for these major life-changing events. There's no, even if you can somehow foresee them, or you have a sense that something might be happening, there's no way that you can appropriately plan for them. There's no way to schedule with or around them. So you can't plan for them. And that feeling of why bother comes out of the knowledge, I think, that we can't plan for stuff like this. It's just not something that we can do. And all that we can do, and the best that we can do, in my opinion, is be present and bear witness to events like COVID or war or drought and wildfire and famine, like the things that shape our lives that are so much bigger than we are. All we can do is be present and bear witness and be an example of the kind of behavior that we want to see more of. That's it. Those are the 3 things you can do. You can bear witness, you can be present, and you can lead by example. You can behave the way that you want to see more and more people in the world behave. You can't plan for it. And this is why I think it is actually really important and useful to take some time to plan out the things that are knowable, that are foreseeable, and that you know are headed your way. So it's actually because we can't plan for the really big stuff that planning for the smaller stuff matters, and is something that can really help us and support us when we get face to face with the big stuff, right? We don't plan, calendarize, or make schedules so that we can have every moment of every day mapped out, or we can have an activity for every single second. We don't plan so that we can be more busy. That sounds pretty awful. We plan so that we are able to be present, and to especially be present in times when life throws really big, unplanned, unprecedented events our way. We plan not to be more busy, but to be more present for the good and for the bad and for everything that's in between. So if you are one of those who is feeling overwhelmed by planning, or feeling like what's the point, or knowing that you need to do it and kind of dreading it and just not wanting to even deal with it or think about it, I hope that the reframe of why we plan is helpful, and that you can see planning as a way in to not being busy or wasting your time or frittering your time away, but actually being able to be present and bear witness for the things that matter most, which are usually the things that we can't plan for. So hopefully this helps some of you. It gives you a little inspiration when it comes to your own planning. And I am wishing you all a gorgeous week. Go out, be blessed, be blessings in turn, and we'll talk again soon.